nuclear force and Yukawa's pi meson theory. Nucleon are actually why the nuclear forces are strongest. Hello students, today I am here to discuss with you many interesting topics of nuclear chemistry, but before that I want to give a quick recap of the concepts that I discussed previously. So I discussed about quantization of charge, which explains that any charge in this universe is equal to the integral multiple of electronic charge. That is, in short, we can say Q is equal to NE, and this is the basic concept. So along with that, I already told you that quarks and anti-quarks are having fractional charges. So are they both contradictory to each other? Actually not. Why I'm saying that? Because quarks and anti-quarks are not found. Actually, quarks and anti-quarks are not found freely. They cannot be isolated. That is why I'm saying that quantization of charge concept is still valid. Now next to that, I want to discuss baryons. Baryons are actually made of quarks and anti-quarks, and they are heavier particles. Why I am saying this, they are heavier? Because they are composed of 2 or 3 quarks. Okay, they are not a single unit, and in comparison with what they are heavier, they are actually heavier in comparison with electrons, anti-neutrino, neutrino. And I want to mention here that electrons, anti-neutrino, neutrino are very small, and that is why they are categorized as leptons. Okay, and those particles which are heavier and they are composed of quarks and anti-quarks, they are called hadrons. So don't get confused with baryons and hadrons. Hadron name is just given to those particles which are heavier, okay, according to their weight, and leptons is actually defining the lighter particles, the very smaller particles, okay, like electrons. Now the next topic is free neutrons instability. So it is made of 3 quarks which are differently charged, and the second point is it is heavier. That is why the free neutron is unstable, and it decomposes into, or it breaks into, proton, electron and antineutrino, and some amount of energy is also released. The fourth is electron, and electron is a single unit. It is not made of quarks or anti-quarks, and it is lighter, very lighter, very smaller. That is why we call it a lepton. Okay, now I promised you to keep the lecture research oriented, and that is why I am mentioning a point on which you can perform a number of researches. And this point is, actually there are about 100 particles found inside the nucleus, but there is no information where do they come from, and how they are generated, what reactions they are involved in. So you can perform research in this, and I hope you will do it. So let's move on to our next topics. Now I'm going to explain nuclear forces and Yukawa's pi meson theory to explain these nuclear forces. So actually that theory was given to explain the strength of forces operating between the nucleons. And nucleon is a term that is used for the particles found inside the nucleus, and you can call any of the particle, each and every particle inside the nucleus, a nucleon. This is a general term. Now I want to brief what are nuclear forces. You might have heard about nuclear forces in your previous classes, that they are the strongest forces in nature, and they are short range. This is the most important quality they have. Now the question arises, why they are short ranged and strongest forces in nature? We will understand this by the Yukawa's pi meson theory. So what is happening inside the nucleus? Actually, these nucleons, that is proton, neutrons and other particles, they are bound by a force called nuclear force. Okay, and Yukawa explained that why the nuclear forces are strongest and they are short ranged. Okay, so what is happening according to Yukawa? He introduced a term called pi meson. He said that there is a particle pi meson which oscillates between neutron and proton, and this is responsible for the nuclear forces. Okay. Now Yukawa told that he found a particle in the presence of cosmic rays and he named it pi meson. Okay, he said that this pi meson will jump from this neutron to a proton, and in this manner they can form a chain. Okay, and because they are jumping from here to here, from one particle to another particle, that is proton to neutron, these forces are short ranged. Okay, and why the nuclear forces are short ranged? Since they cannot cover a very large distance, that is why these forces can operate for a very short distance. Okay, this is not so that only one force, that is nuclear force, is operating between the nucleons. There is one more force that is operating between the particles. Okay, and this is electronic force, but this force is very less as compared to nuclear forces, because first point, the protons are far away, the neutron is there in between them. Second is, nuclear forces are so strong that this force becomes very less. Okay, so this can be neglected. Now I want to explain the theory on behalf of the reactions. Here you can see that when a neutron is converted into a proton, it will release a pi meson, and here it can accept a positive pi meson to give a proton. A proton will give a neutron by releasing a positive pi meson. So in this manner these exchanges will take place, and neutron will convert into a proton will convert into a neutron. Okay. So this was all about the nuclear force theories. I will come with many more interesting topics in the next sessions. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.